Born in 1754 in Setauket, Long Island, and later known as one of the great spy masters in American history, Benjamin Tallmadge has an early life that seems to be pointing him in the direction of academics.
Benjamin Tallmadge graduated from Yale. He was only 19 years old. He was a principal at a high school in Connecticut. I had no military aspirations whatsoever. Never thought this was something that he would do, but he had a lot of friends who were in the military. And he certainly sided with the colonists, and thought that independence would be a good thing.
One of Tallmadge's close friends and classmates at Yale, who joins the revolution, is a young officer named Nathan Hale.
Nathan Hale was trying to gather intelligence for Washington and his army in the New York area, and he was captured by the British. He had some kind of cover story where he was a Dutch school teacher, but it didn't work.
Unfortunately for Nathan Hale, he famously becomes the first American spy to be executed by the enemy.
The British executed him by hanging, and his famous last words were supposed to have been, "I regret, but I have one life to give for my country."
Feeling the loss of his friend and colleague, Benjamin Tallmadge joins the Continental Army in 1776. He's commissioned as a lieutenant and soon is promoted to captain within the 2nd Continental Light Dragoons.
The dragoons were essentially mounted infantry, which at the time was seen kind of as Washington's bodyguards. They certainly traveled with Washington where he went, made sure he was safe. And so that's kind of how Tallmadge came into Washington's, sphere of influence.
Tallmadge is a brave, capable, and extremely effective leader. And he's very resourceful. He can get things done, and Washington comes to depend on him.
In the fall of 1778, General George Washington asks Tallmadge to create a spy ring, whose purpose is to gather intel from British-occupied New York City.
Tallmadge is going to ensure that his agents have all the things they need. They have the secret ink, they have the code words, they have a communication system that they can use, and he's also going to be the one that just kind of manages the overall operations. And so it's a whole tight-knit system that works together, and that's why the Culper spy ring was so effective.
In 1780, Benjamin Tallmadge uncovers a plot to give up the American fort at West Point that had been conceived by the notorious American traitor Benedict Arnold and Tallmadge's counterpart, British intelligence chief Major John Andre. Arnold escapes after the plan is thwarted, but Major Andre is captured and is put under the watch of Major Tallmadge.
Tallmadge develops a real fondness for Major Andre, to the point that when Major Andre is actually convicted and hung as a spy, it hits Tallmadge very, very hard. And Tallmadge already has this experience when his very good friend Nathan Hale was hung. And it has to have weighed heavily on him as well, being a spy himself, and what could happen to him if he was indeed captured by the British.
After the war, Benjamin Tallmadge moves to Litchfield, Connecticut, where he is elected to the United States House of Representatives in 1801. He will always be remembered as one of the United States' first intelligence soldiers, and for creating one of the most successful spy networks in American history.